we have to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley, my little catalyst. About 5 decades ago, Perpetual Bell, better known as Pep Bell, and deceased Alfonso Bell, gave birth to a bouncing baby girl in the person of Sandra Paulette Bell, Larock now. From her early childhood days, Sandra loved flowers. It's only natural. She's from Giraudel, the flower basket of Dominica. And she also loved drawing. So it is no surprise that today we are here featuring her work. Her real journey with art started with deceased artist Earl Etienne at the Old Mill Cultural Center. Sandra claims that her lessons with Earl are blessed memories. She never really stopped painting. But creating art requires time. And her early adult years, she was committed to raising her family. But we all know that children grow up, and her children are all grown up. And so now Sandra had time to spend on her art. She studied at the Borough School of Art in Guyana. The school is known for its tactical approach, including making tools and using traditional methods of creating art. She also studied history of art across time and cultures of people across the globe at the University of Guyana. Sandra is an artsy lady. I'm not going to say anything more. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our featured artist, Mrs. Sandra Bell Larock.
Her Excellency, the President, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Kassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, Honorable Shakira Lockhart, Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South Constituency, other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mubin Alexander, Chairman of the Giraudel Eggleston Village Council, Father Stan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media. I grew up here in Giraudel. This flower show site was part of my playground back then, with fruits and wild lemongrass. Giraudel has rich soil and therefore rich vegetation. Giraudel, as you may have noticed, is at the base of a mountain, Mount Anglais, where you can experience the most spectacular heavenly sunsets. Growing up in Giraudel exposed me to the rawness, power, and beauty of nature firsthand, all the time, every time. It is therefore no mystery that my artwork reflects nature, the power and beauty in nature. I am fully aware of the aliveness of the soil, its ability to produce and sustain ecosystems that are so important and necessary to our well-being and general survival. I marvel at the naturally sculpted landscapes with mountains, valleys, and trees all around. The breathtaking sunrise, the changing light, the changing shadows, the clear skies after the rain, the ever-changing clouds. So quickly they come and disappear. Sunday Mass was a must, and therefore my curiosity about God, and hence the spirituality that is reflected in some of my work. How do I capture what has already been created by God's own hand, God's own canvas? It is almost an impossible venture, but I dare attempt to capture even if it's a fleeting glimpse. And yet in the end, I am satisfied only but for a moment, because there is so much more to explore. My time here is short. As Chubby would say, c'est passé no capacity. As I surround myself with my work, I get a sense of comfort, peacefulness, joy, and accomplishment, and further inspiration to create more work. Creating art is a vital part of my existence. For me, it's an expression of self. It embodies my life experiences. It gives me a sense of purpose. It is an escape portal for explorations of my curiosities and expression of all that affects and influence my being. A realm of its own, with its own challenges and struggles. I become one with the medium which I am using at the time, whether it is paint, clay, wire, fabric, or other. Oops. Thank you. The push, the pull, the challenges, then the music, the fine-tuning, the burst into song, it is what gives me pleasure and satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment. In the end, I become a viewer of the art piece, a piece with silent words that speaks with emotional triggers. Art for me is an unspoken form of communication. According to Bob Marley, who feels it, knows it. Many times, we humans take things for granted, and unless we develop a sense of appreciation, we undervalue many of the vital and important contributions to a healthy and peaceful, contented life. I trust my sharing with you through this exhibition will help develop a deeper appreciation for the beauty and power in nature that we can access easily and freely. The exhibition consists of paintings and sculptures that reflect the power and beauty of nature. I try to use material that is easily accessible, including recycled material. I have been exposed to working with textile, leather, clay, paint, wood, and its byproducts like sawdust, paper, wire, graphite, chalk, pastels, watercolor, and other media, including recycled material. I am most comfortable with paints. I am fascinated with color and color mixing, and paints are easily available and more convenient to work with, considering the time that I can allocate to artwork and the workspace that is available to me. L'art d'art en shadow fleur, art in the flower garden, speaks for itself, except at this time of the year, there are not too many flowers, but the plants are here, creating these beautiful gardens at the foothills of Mont Anglais. As you walk through this exhibition, stop, appreciate, listen, feel the pieces. They will speak if you listen. In closing, I am very much aware that there will be a vote of thanks at the end of the opening, but I cannot end without acknowledging and profoundly thanking Shirley Alexander, Susan Blanc, who believed in the idea of the art exhibition from the start. And the numerous volunteers who all helped to make my life dream exhibiting in my home village a reality. And last but not least, my husband Owen, the yin in my yang, who has been supportive all the way. Thank you.
I think we can make Sandra feel a little bit more love. Yes, she deserves it. And now we're going to have a rendition by Dominica's best church choir. I have bragging rights. Yes. Yes, please make them feel welcome. The Giraudel Church Choir. One little song now, and I was just getting in the groove. Thank you so much, Giraudel Choir. I indeed, I can brag, they are the best. And now, permit me to invite our parliamentary representative, Mrs. Shakira Locati-Pollitt. But before she comes on, let me just tell you one thing. I've noticed about Mrs. Lockett. Whenever we have an activity and we call her, she says yes. And we say what? She says, I told you yes. And today we have a resounding yes. Her support, her contribution, we cannot say nothing more else. Thank you so much, Pal Rep. Please make her feel welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Let me first recognize Her Excellency, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Kasani Laville, my friend and colleague representing the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Honorable Miriam Blanchard, and Honorable Friedel Grant. I'm so pleased to have you all here supporting this activity this afternoon. I also want to say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Alfred, my good friend. I was looking for you when I came in. And also the chairperson of our village council, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, the villagers of Giraudel and Egliston, Schaffler, and the invited guests who are here. Good afternoon to all of you. Let me first start by commending the organizers, Mrs. Sandra Bell-LaRocque and the Mont Anglais Tourism Group for putting on such an event. I want to thank them because I've always said when I became the PAR rep for Roseau South, and when I speak of Giraudel and Egliston, such a wonderful community, such a wonderful people. And I see the Madam President, you're here with your fan, but there's no need. The entire country is hot, but we are cool here in Giraudel and Egliston. But my vision has always been that this site remains open throughout the year. Not only when we have flower show, but various activities. And I always say to the Flower Growers Group, Mont Anglais Tourism Group, that because Giraudel Egliston is out of it's not in central, you have to come up the hill to get there. You must do various activities to attract people to come on the site. So I want us to give a round of applause to Sandra Bell-LaRocque and the organizers. And what I particularly like or love about this activity is not a 1 day or 2 day. It is for 2 weeks. And I said to them that I'm going to support in particular the sip and paint event. So I'm hoping those of you and my colleagues who are here, if you have not purchased your ticket for the sip and paint, ensure that you do so. But it's always also important that we sustain these activities. And the government has pledged its support. We have allocated in the Ministry of Tourism budget $100,000 to ensure that we have our flower show activity. We cannot only leave it to those who have been there before, the Alfreds, the Shirley Alexanders. I would really love them to reach out to the youth, to the younger people. It's important that we embark on various training programs to ensure that we can sustain what we have. Here in Giraudel, we can boast of the Mont Anglais National Trail. We are the home of Carlin XB, the home of Rich Bell, who is the Bouillon Artist of the year 2024. And we are also the Flower Basket of Dominica. And we have here with us today Miss Sandra Bell-LaRocque, who is an artist, and I don't think that this sort of activity has been done anywhere else in Dominica. And let us commend, let us give a round of applause to all those that I've mentioned before. We in Giraudel need to take advantage of the capital projects that the government is now embarking upon. Our major capital project, the international airport. We must position ourselves to take advantage of that. There's opportunities here for Airbnb, and we recently signed a contract with United Airlines. We'll have direct flights from New Jersey to Dominica. What does that mean for us here in Giraudel and Egliston? It means that we need to, our horticulture industry, we need to take it more seriously. There is an avenue for us outside there. There is a market where we can export our flowers, our floral arrangements. Because I can say to you, I've been around the Caribbean, and Giraudel and Egliston, the people have the best floral arrangements. And we have Miss Alfred and Vovo and the rest who have been doing an exceptional job. But my only concern is, when these people retire, what's going to happen to us? And I know that they have been trying their best to provide training programs for the youth of this community. I also want to urge the community to take advantage of the cable car project that is being constructed right here in Dr. McIntyre's constituency. And that is an avenue for our young people who are interested in tour guiding to take advantage of. Because if you stand up, I think there was an area where I passed and somebody said to me, Parrep, that is the cable car project. From Giraudel, you can see what is going on in the valley. So it's important that we position ourselves. I once again want to thank the organizers. I, as the parliamentary representative, pledge my full support. You heard Shiva Bell say anytime they call me, I said, I am available. I will assist in whatever way I can. I'm sure they were getting worried because the power rep normally is there whenever there's an activity assisting to organize for the entire week. But I said, I know the people who are organizing and I know they will put their best foot forward, and hence they don't need the power rep there unless there is something that is urgent. So I am here today to give my commitment, my full support behind this activity, and you will be seeing me throughout the 2 weeks. My intention is to ensure that the children, not only from Giraudel Primary School, but the children in my constituency, the Roseau Primary and the Newton Primary, we will buzz them up to see the art that Sandra has done. So once again, thank you very much. May God continue to bless all of you, and I wish the organizers all the best for this activity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you know, we were getting a little bit worried for you, you know, but you know, when she gives a word is a word. Okay. Now we are so happy that the Honorable Kasani Laville, who's representing the Prime Minister, is here with us today. So we cannot leave here and not have him tell us a few words. So please make him feel welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me first recognize the presence of Her Excellency the President, Sylvanie Burton, and their husband, Mr. Burton, my dear friends and cabinet colleagues, and most certainly the parliamentary representative of this wonderful constituency, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte. And certainly just for all of you to know, it is difficult for a power rep to come in his or her constituency and be on time. It's not an excuse, but when you're kind and you're warm and you have to say hello to everyone and so on, even though you come an hour early, it can still be difficult. Let me recognize also Mervyn Alexander and the wonderful choir. You are the first choir that I heard after I got married. because I lived in this community for a short while. Let me recognize Father Stan, all of you who have made the effort to be here, the lady of the moment, the artist herself, Sandra Larocque, her dear husband, Mr. Larocque, the media, the wonderful people from this blessed community, Giraudel, Eggleston, all of you, the Bell family, I see you, the Alfred family, I see you, many other families, I see all of you. Greetings, and by virtue of my wife, I say welcome too, because she's from here. So, it is certainly a pleasure to be here and just deliver a few remarks on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, who would have loved to be here with you today and to share with you. It is this distinct honor and privilege of my life to share in this wonderful moment with Sandra today. Moments like these will be remembered and recorded for life. Because many times we go afar to find our heroes and our greats. So when we think of art, the world of art, we sometimes think of Goethe and Michelangelo and Leonardo and Picasso and many others. That's who we sometimes think about. And we sometimes forget Alwyn Bully and Earl Etienne. And even in my own constituency, young guy, Alter, and my dear friend from Massac, Roy. These are great artists also. And today, when you encounter the great art of Sandra, and I've seen a few, you will also realize that she's worthy to be in that realm of the great artist that history has presented to us. Because when I think of what in some people's view may be a coal pot on 3 stones engulfed in orange red hot flames, and that's one of her pieces. This is not just casual. And when you heard her speak, and she speaks of the influence of God in her life and in what she does, that's when we'll come to understand what her art really means. It's much deeper than what we see at face value. It is not just a coal pot on 3 stones and fire. It is, as she said, that moment, that fleeting moment that she captures. But who created that moment, as she said, is the handmaid of God. And that is the beauty of art, that's the beauty of artists, to not only have that creativity to imagine, but to have that willingness to share with us. She could have kept it in her mind for her own enjoyment, but she took her time and her talent, captured that fleeting moment to memorialize and personalize and personify that moment so we could now have it for a lifetime. And this is the selflessness of artists that sometimes we come to underscore. Thank you, Sandra, for your devotion to the arts. You could have chosen to be a mother and to be a wife. And even that is great. And for even that, you would have been blessed by God. But you chose to go further. And while many said here today, because we're celebrating that part of you, which is the artist, I came to know you first as a devoted, committed, extremely intelligent information technology and programming student. That's another side of Sandra. She could have also chosen to be that person. And it shows the diversity in the individual, in the artist, and it shows how that she's able to transcend from one time to another, from one emotion to another, from one feeling or sentiment to another, to always give all of herself at a given time. So now it is art. And we thank you sincerely for sharing that part of you with us, Sandra. But in order for us to value and appreciate that sacrifice which you have made, it needs to resonate even more deeply. To the young, to continue to inspire young artists to be the best that we can be, to continue to preserve the culture, the traditions, that we have here in Dominica, to capture the beauty of our landscape and represent that and replicate that in some way or another, to inspire the youngest among us, the students that she has spoken of. Because if that does not happen, and we cannot inspire the next generation, then in some way we would have failed. So this should not be just about today. It should not merely be about an opening or an exhibition, but we need to invite our friends and the young ones and the countless visitors who have come to our shores during this season. We need to welcome them here and let them encounter Sandra's creativity, the beauty of our home, the beauty of our land. This is what we can do for Sandra. She's happy we are here present, but let's go further, let's do more. And each of us, I charge you to bring 5, 10 people, each of us, and expose them to the creativity of Sandra. Let's do that for her. There are many things going on in Dominica today, and when I think of the projects that are going on, the cable car, the international airport, the marina, and so on, I ask myself, how do we connect to that as a community? What does this mean for artists like Sandra and for people from a beautiful, talented, creative community like Eggleston, Giraudel, and so on? So when I envision the airport, well, right now, it's a lot of excavation, and for some it might be difficult to see where this is going. I see past that. I see the halls and the walkways of the terminals lined with artwork of Sandra and many other creators, artists and artisans. I see the beautiful plumbagos to my right, and even the periwinkles over there and the exoras up there and so on. I see them lining. Yes, I'm not bad enough. I see Dr. Mark getting excited as well. I see these beautiful flowers. I see your history, your heritage, your culture being part and parcel of that development. I see an opportunity for the florists and the farmers to start now and to cultivate and to create. That's your opportunity. I see a tourist enjoying, while it may be a few minutes of ride on the aerial tram, the cable car, having that fleeting moment that Sandra spoke about. But I see an opportunity for the artists to, again, memorialize this, make it a lifetime, by they themselves having that view of that beautiful ride and that majesty in that area and replicating it. Memorialize this on a canvas too. So after they have had this wonderful ride, you can probably entice them then to have that permanent piece, that canvas, that painting, where they can then take it home and forever remember this blessed ride. There's so many opportunities for us, but we have to all tap into our creativity. Sandra has demonstrated hers, and we need to look deep within, look into the annals of our minds and our souls and try to tap into that creative spirit to find ours and see how we can connect, how we can have a full life. Sandra, I wish you all the best. I am so proud of you. I am happy for this wonderful community as well. A lot of people know this community for many things, but the flowers and beauty and warmth and so on, this is yet another way through art. And this is absolutely wonderful. You all are truly blessed. So much to be happy about. And Sandra, may your work continue to resonate with not only the people here today, but every generation that comes to encounter the beauty and sacrifices of your work. I thank you all distinctly for allowing me to be here and saying a few words. I wish you all the best, and I too will bring my 5 to 10 people to encounter Sandra's words. Thank you, may God bless you.
Thank you. Honorable Shakira I'm looking like as if Honorable Kasani want to give you competition man in your own constituency. But we feel the love, and he's also one of us, as he said. So you're excused. And you want to be boasting to name plants and everything. Okay, all right, that's fine. Thank you so much for that. And now we have Sandra to come in a little while. When you go there, you'll be so happy. We had our choir. Now we're going to have another performance for Look Talent in Giraudel and Eggleston. This time we have a little dance piece by Shelley's and Prince. Please make them feel welcome. Shelley's is Sandra's niece. Talent.
Email it to Jinping. Sounding good. Bring in some drums. Now mix it with a bit of bumper.
Thank you so much, Shelley's and Prince. Wow. Aye, mama. Aye, papa. I'm not even singing this song. Okay, thank you so much. And one more time, when it is good, lai body boso. Before we have our vote of thanks, I am calling our choir to give us one more rendition, and this time you are invited to join in the singing. All of us know the song, so let us see that. Our choir, let's go.
Please join us.
Did you all sing? Yes. Thank you so much for that. And now we're almost at the end of our opening, the official opening. And we just want to give a token of thanks, of appreciation to some of our guests, because we are so happy that you are here with us today. Sister. And so, Mrs. Sandra Larocque will present a token of appreciation. And Augustina Popo will do the same. So Augustina is presenting to Her Excellency the President, Mrs. Sylviana Burton. And Sandra, we are not leaving your husband behind, President. And Sandra will also give him his token. We are really happy that you're here with us today. And although our panorapsy, our AC is on, it's a little bit off, a little bit. our AC is a little bit off. Yes. we want to recognize our parliamentary representative, Mrs. Shakira Lockett Hippolyte. Of course, we cannot leave the Honorable Hassani Laville out after he's given us so many lessons on flowers.
This one is a succulent.
Of course, the Honorable Miriam Blanchard. And Miriam is a quiet support. She's there for Sandra. She said, Sandra, do that. Sandra, do that. We really appreciate your support. And to my favorite doctor, the Honorable Will McIntyre. Well, I said doc, sorry. Thank you so much. Okay. And now we are almost at the end. So I call on Miss Winifred Lewis with the vote of thanks.
Excellency, President Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Cassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Roses constituency. Other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, Chairman of the Giraudel Egliston Village Council, Father Stan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media. On behalf of the Monanglais Community Tourism Group and the Giraudel and Egliston Flower Growers, I am saying thanks. Thanks to Her Excellency President Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Your presence here today demonstrates that you see the importance of arts in enriching our culture and community. We are truly grateful for your time and encouragement. Thanks also to Honorable Cassani Laville, who represented the Honorable Prime Minister. We are impressed that you took the time out to come and to give some inspiring remarks. Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, your involvement in our activity is a reflection of your commitment to serving your constituency. Your contribution ensures that we have a successful exhibition whilst promoting our communities. Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Minister of Labour, your encouragement and practical support, especially publicity, has been invaluable. We are grateful for you, for the presence of all the ministers of cabinet. To our generous sponsors, James Limited, HB Research and Company, EHRs and Company. It's a trading do-it center. Discover Dominica Cooperatives, St. Mary's Cooperative Credit Union, Egliston Heritage Committee, Jolly's Pharmacy, Forestry Commission, Desmond Augustine, and Mr. and Mrs. Blanc. The resources you provide, whether cash or kind, are the backbone of this event. Without these resources, bringing this event to life would be that much more difficult. Thank you for believing in the power of art to transform and to unite communities. To our featured artist, Sandra Bell Larocque, your creativity, passion, and hard work are the heart and soul of this event. Your artwork not only beautified this space, but also inspire and provoke thoughts. Thank Thank you for sharing your talent with us. To our main coordinator, Shirley Alexander, your dedication and drive has seamlessly brought together all the moving parts of this event. You took the idea and helped made it a reality. To our volunteers, I must mention Vanti Ferro, Sylvester, Joseph and his son, and Ambassador Erwin LaRoque. Your selfless contribution of time and talent behind the scenes has made today a reality. Thank you for embodying the true spirit of community. To Daryl LaRoque, Raymond Lawrence, Mr. Reach, thanks so much for all the promotional work you did to ensure that we inform the public of our La Ada en Jardin de Fleurs at in the Flower Garden. Hats off, gentlemen. To the media houses, DBS Radio, Dominican News Online, Imo News, QFM Radio, and Kyrie FM Radio, thank you for your publicizing. We note that this event is being carried live by DBS and Imo News. To the Giraudel Choir and to the Paris and to Paris and Prince, thank you so much for adding the performing arts segment of our opening today. Your performance added flavor to our opening. Thank you for that. To all our distinguished and invited guests gathered here with us today, including those viewing and listening on DBS and Imo News, your enthusiasm means the world to us. We hope this exhibition leaves you inspired and reminds you of the incredible talent with our twin communities. Once again, thank you all for making this event a resounding success. We look forward to sharing more moments like this with you in the future. Saying thanks is not easy, as we may forget someone. It's not intentional, and we apologize if we left out anyone. Again, I say thank you. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening, and please enjoy the exhibition. Thank you.
And I thank Winifred for thanking us. And now is the time. You ready? We ready? Are you ready? Now it's time for the exhibition. And so Sandra and Owen will lead Her Excellency and her husband, and we will follow. And please remember to sign our book. There's a book at the end. Give us your views. Thank you for coming.
We're gonna go this way.
Tomorrow we have prayer breakfast, we have Carlin XP, we have drummers, gymnasts. We will be honoring Raymond. Please come and join us. Okay.
So thanks for sticking with us. We are on our way to view just a little bit of the artwork. Of course, we are not able to show you everything, as we just want to tempt you to come down in person. And if you were here, you would be feeling the exuberance of the atmosphere. It's really a festive atmosphere, cool and calm and beautiful.
Yes.
And this is all we will be showing you for today, as we encourage you to come down and get your art to add to your houses, to your office space, and everywhere else that you need your art.
Oh, wow.
And with this, we say goodbye, everyone, and thanks for viewing. We are looking forward to see you with us at Giraudel at the flower show. And there will be 2 showings from October 20th to 25th, and then on October 29th to November 6th. And it's open all day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thanks for joining, and do have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. From the lovely community of Giraudel, we are saying goodbye and thanks for viewing.
Sitting where?
And these are some of the lovely arrangements that was spoken of earlier. And you have to come and view these in person. Once again, goodbye, everyone.